and welcome to Diecast Restos. My name is Jason and this is Majorette's 235 BMW 3-litre CSi. No, not that CSi. It was produced between 1973 and 1977 and came in a variety of colours and wheel types during that span. There's not a great deal of the original metallic red left in my example, but that's its only real flaw. Everything else is in good working order otherwise. Here's an exact copy in better condition. And this is the E9 generation BMW 3-litre CSi it is based on. The E9 BMW was the successor to the 2000 C and CS, part of the Neue Klasse range produced from 1965 to 1969. I've previously restored a Serie BMW 2000 CS, which I'll leave a link to here. The E9 launched in 1968 with the 2800 CS. These were enlarged to accommodate the BMW M30 6-cylinder engines. The former had been 4-cylinder vehicles. The lead designer was Wilhelm Hofmeister, and the bodywork was built by Carman. The front of the car's styling was based on that of the contemporary E3 or New 6. The new 2800 was lighter than its predecessor, despite the enlarged power plant. It carried over the same rear axle setup. The 2800 ran from 1968 until 1971, when it was replaced by the 3-litre CS and CSi. The 2.8 litre straight 6 of the 2800 was bored out to 3 litres for the 3-litre CS and CSi, as suggested by the name. The twin carburetors of the CS helped produce 180 horsepower, while the fuel-injected CSi developed 200 horsepower. It was available with a 4-speed manual or 3-speed automatic transmission. The 3-litre CS and CSi were built up until 1975 and were replaced by the first generation E24 BMW 6 Series. Almost 9,400 2800 CS cars were produced. After this point, a further 10,500 3-litre CSs were manufactured, while just shy of 8,500 CSIs were sold. At this point, I'm conveniently skirting around the existence of the most famous BMW of the E9 generation, the 3-litre CSL. That's because I'm saving it for another day, as I have the Matchbox Superfast CSL ready to restore and customise. So while I gloss over that small matter, the final E9 to be marketed was the 2.5 CS, introduced in 1974 in response to the oil crisis of the previous year. These borrowed the 2.5 litre 150 horsepower engine from the saloon, adding a smaller, more economical engine to the lineup. Only 874 were made until the end of E9 production in 1975. As with Majorette's other Serie 200 releases of the mid-70s, the BMW was offered in an array of colours. Alongside metallic red came a short early run of metallic turquoise, solid red, metallic blue varying from sky blue to dark blue, metallic green, lime green, orange, pink and yellow. Bases were metal and unpainted, while windows could either be clear, green, amber or yellow tinted. There were no fewer than 4 different wheel variations. So back to the restoration then. Having washed the plastic parts, I'm now ready to restore some shine to them, with the wheels being coated in CITADEL gloss NULN oil. The base is next, which I coat in AUTOSOL metal polish to restore its sheen. As the front grille and bumpers form part of the base, I'll be paying particular attention to these areas. I'll be honest and say that this base wasn't in particularly poor shape, but the transformation still, after a quick going over, is pretty remarkable. A lot of light dirt has been removed, and nowhere better can this be seen than the grille section. Next, these NUC or nuke coded wheels are treated to some MOLOTOW chrome. I think nuke means nude translated to English. Not sure if it's meant to be pronounced like that or NUC, to be honest. But now my lightly amber tinted windows get buffed up with some POLYWATCH scratch remover and are then finished off with a bath in some ASTONISH wood floor polish. The last thing to do to the casting is to give it a coat of clear. So here are all of the bits that make up the 3 litre CSi. I first place in the window piece, which is retained by a little nub in the roof. After that goes the interior piece, which has been washed. Lastly, the base slots in at the back, and the front post is aligned, ready to be reconnected with a 3mm M2 screw. So this is what my Majorette 235 BMW 3 litre CSi was looking like before I dismantled it. It was very patchy, with this early Majorette metallic paint often very flaky after the first signs of play wear. The grille and bumpers that form part of the base plate were looking a bit dull and in need of a light polish. And the plastic parts were a bit dusty, ready for a freshen up. So let's investigate my reinvigorated CSi. I'm really pleased with the paint result. I painted Tamiya's TS74 clear red over TS17 gloss aluminium, and I have to say that this is as good a match in shade as I've ever achieved. The wheels are beaming after a wash, scrub and a coating of CITADEL and a trim from my MOLOTOW pen. The plastic window piece and interior have washed up well, with the windows looking good as new following a polish. And that front grille has really benefited from some AUTOSOL and a going over with a buffing pad. It's far more distinctive now. But what do you think? Leave a like if it's up to scratch, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet to be the first to know about my latest releases. Less than half of my viewers are subscribed, and it would mean a great deal if you could. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again for the next one. Bye for now.